Transitive and intransitive verbs. Knowing what transitive and intransitive verbs are important. There are instances when people make transitive verbs intransitive. Grammatically, that would be wrong. Take a look at the following examples. She dances. This sentence is complete. We have our subject she and the verb dances. We don't need an object to make it complete. She took. Does this sentence sound complete? No, it doesn't. Let's try to add an object to the sentence. She took the flowers. It now sounds correct, right? One of the verbs in these two sentences is transitive, while the other one is intransitive. Let's try to find out what those are. Let's start with transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are action verbs that require an object to complete its meaning. Without an object, the sentence will not be clear. Examples: Amy broke. She cleans. Mom washed. The boy hit. All of these sentences are incomplete. Well, let's add an object and see what happens. Amy broke the antique jar. She cleans the house every day. Mom washed the dishes. The boy hit his friend. Antique jar, house, dishes, and friend are the objects. The sentences sound better with them, right? So these verbs broke, cleans, washed, and hit are transitive verbs. The second one are intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are action verbs that do not require an object to complete its meaning. Examples: I sleep. She smiles. They walk. He runs. These sentences sound good even without something receiving the action. However, intransitive verbs can be followed by a complement. These complements are usually adjectives, prepositional phrases, or adverbs. But do not be confused. Complements are not objects. Examples: I sleep at 8 p.m. She smiles beautifully. They walk to school every day. He runs for 5 miles every morning. At 8 p.m., beautifully, to school every day, and for 5 miles every morning are complements. Warning: a lot of verbs can be both transitive and intransitive. Look at the following examples. I eat before going to school. Eat here is intransitive. It doesn't need an object. Number 2. I eat breakfast late. Eat here is transitive. It is an object, which is breakfast. Alvin reads a lot. Reads here is intransitive verb. It doesn't have an object. Alvin reads novels every day. Reads here is transitive. It has an object, which is novels. She answers well. Answers here is intransitive. It doesn't have an object. She answers your calls with gladness. Answers here is transitive. It has an object, which is the calls. Let's go back to our first example. I hope you can already identify this correctly. Which of the two is transitive and which one is intransitive? The correct answer is dances is intransitive while took is transitive. For our exercise, identify whether the following verbs are transitive or intransitive. Number 1. I'll bake this afternoon. The correct answer is an intransitive verb. We don't have an object here, but the sentence sounds correct. I'll bake this afternoon. This afternoon is the complement. Number 2. I went to the department store. The correct answer is an intransitive verb. We don't have an object here. To the department store is a complement. I went to the department store. Alice gave me a book. The correct answer is a transitive verb. Alice gave me a book. The object here is a book. Number 4. He is my favorite author. He writes really good books. The correct answer is a transitive verb. We have here an object which is the books. The last one. His dog bit me, but I don't really worry since my wounds heal fast. We have here two verbs. The first one is a transitive verb, while the second one is an intransitive verb. Bit is transitive because we have here an object which is me. Heal is intransitive because it doesn't have an object. Did you get them right?